And here we are. On Atlanta Spaceship, a very, very large two-player map. In the top portion, the 12 o'clock position we have from Team StarTale, Squirtle, who has secured one of only 2 victories for his team thus far. His opponent down in the bottom left-hand corner from Team FXO. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Lucky.
Yeah.
We'll see if he can count his stars and take down StarTale here for Team FXO.
Yeah, Lucky's obviously a guy that we're very familiar with. As, you know, I mean, he finished second place at IPL 3 to Stefano in a tournament where everyone said, oh, there's no possible way that a foreigner can win. And Stefano kind of got his start there. But, you know, Lucky since then hasn't posted the same major league results. He's still obviously a contributing member to the FXO team. He's still an incredibly solid Zerg player, and maybe he'll have his moment to shine again in the big offline tournaments. Well, and we're actually going to have an 11 pool here for him.
Yeah. You know, and here's the thing. Coming out against Squirtle, he's always been good versus Protoss. Even, I mean, you look back at IPL 3, he took down a Nori to go up against Stefano, which a lot of people were very surprised about. And,
yep.
He definitely could take Squirtle here. This is a good map for it. Not one of the best, but it's good. You know, as long as Squirtle doesn't, like, cancel any gateways accidentally or anything. He's going to be starting off with just one base, though, because Gateway is in the main base, and he's going for a gas behind this.
Yeah.
Lucky went for his pool first. Should be working on the expansion in just a moment here.
This is very fortunate, I will say, for our StarTale Protoss player, though. I mean, had he gone for some sort of a Nexus first, there's a potential he could have taken some pretty significant damage to this. And not going to be as big of a case here with 6 Zerglings and a Queen popping out now at the same time. He gets in there, he sees, oh, there's nothing around. That drone's just coming down right now. He'll try and block it for a little while, but he's in for a rude surprise very soon.
Yeah, and this is actually, like, this is awesome for Squirtle because, I mean, you look back towards PvZ in the very early stages of when StarCraft 2 came out, and, you know, it was one base Protoss, often like 3-gate expander or whatever, but here's the thing. Zergs always wanted to hatch first.
Yeah.
And if you didn't hatch first, if you went for a pool first against a one-base Protoss, you were kind of in an even situation, maybe with the Protoss slightly ahead. And so it was really advantageous to go hatch first. Now, a lot of Zergs, standardly, you know, now you go pool first because you don't have to deal with cannon rushes from the expansions from your opponent.
Right.
Here, Lucky, he not only goes for the pool first, but he goes for an 11 pool here versus, I mean, Squirtle's going to be completely prepared for this. Lucky's not. He's like, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm sure Lucky's not too happy about this, honestly. I mean, these 6 Lings are not really going to do all that much damage. Pull a couple of workers off the line for a while, but I mean, this is, now we have a Stalker, and all of these are just going to get picked off one by one.
Kevin, they haven't done any damage yet.
No.
Like, actual damage? I don't think they've done it. They haven't done a hit point.
No, they've only actually denied about what 40 or 50 minerals from Lost Mining.
Yeah.
Really wasn't all that consequential. Third base is really delayed as a result of this.
Oh goodness!
And Lucky's actually going for a permanent gas behind this.
Oh, this game could end very fast. Squirtle, okay, he's gonna drop a Nexus. So it won't. It's not going to be too long before Squirtle finds out that Lucky actually went for this expansion down in the bottom right for his natural. And Lucky is grabbing his natural expansion now after seeing that Nexus. I mean, this is where I just want to see, like, a 4-gate, cancel the Nexus, GG.
Yeah, I mean, because Lucky's playing from a really weird position now. When he eventually gets this next base up, which he has invested in a lot, and he may actually decide to put up his Zergling speed before he actually ends up grabbing this natural expansion.
He doesn't know.
Exactly, which he has the 100 gas. Will he start that now?
Yeah.
Yes, he will, which now means that this is a 6-minute third hatch. It's so delayed. Now, of course, you're probably saying to yourself, well, of course, Kevin, but the Nexus for Squirtle is really far behind too. But we see a massive tech advantage already for Squirtle. He's bringing in serious gas apart from this, and his unconventional play in 2 games now has actually put him ahead.
Yeah, like, all right. Economically, Lucky is not too incredibly far behind. It's mostly from the 11 pool, and not so much from the denial of damage or anything. But Squirtle's builds can be so fast. I mean, his warp gate is done. It is completed. And he now has 2 gateways on the way. He's going to be able to hit here in a moment with 3 gateways if he wants. Is that a probe heading out across the map right now? I think it might be.
Yes.
It is. And Lucky could easily just die to this. In fact, the second probe heading out right now, Squirtle wants to kill him with this build.
Okay, well, we'll see if he can get it done. Nice intercept from the Zerglings there, but they're not turning around. The probe does make its way around. It's actually going to try and get into the main here, possibly. Looks like it will be stopped for now. A few gateway units actually retreating back home. The second probe not going to do anything. Gateways number 4 and 5 coming up afterwards.
Okay, so he is going for the extra gateways. I was thinking this could be the ultimate mind game out of Squirtle. You head out with 2 probes. You make it really seem like you're coming for an attack. Lucky's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, Roach Warren, stop droning, make units. But it's not a mind game. And Lucky is making drones. So this is really, really scary for a Zerg player from FXO. Like, extremely frightening.
All right. Well, drones are popping up. The gateways number 4 and 5 are just finishing, but it's not like anything's out on the map in order to continue pressuring. Yeah. So, I mean, these sentries are all very slow, just 2.25 movement speed. That's as slow as a Hydralisk off of creep, by the way, to give you perspective as to how slow they actually are. So it would be a very long time before Squirtle was able to mount a big attack. Now, of course, he had a ton of gas built up, and he will be able to launch this attack now. It's completely under the vision of this Overlord, though.
Hasn't been able to deal with that, of course, because of no robo or flying units in general. But here comes the push. The probe is going to be guarded this time. There is only one. So the sickest of all sick Speedling snipes here. Not going to happen, because Squirtle has so much energy on these sentries. And this is just, we said it before, man, it's so scary for Lucky.
Okay, well, that pylon's not going to get built, but he'll end up throwing one around here towards the 4th base. Okay, one up at the front, so we'll see a second one, too, because, of course, if the Speedlings decide to run behind and they pick off that pylon, then that would actually be devastating for Squirtle.
All right, completely useless force fields going down, but that's okay. He's got a lot of energy here. Another useless force field. That one actually not so bad. Speedlings will have a little bit tougher time surrounding the army if Lucky does come in with a big play right now, but he doesn't have too much going for him. He's got some roaches here. Stalker's reinforcing right now for Squirtle. He just warped in a couple more as well. They're going to be coming in from the back.
And he's actually continuing to drone up behind this, too. So he's putting on a lot of pressure, but he knows he needs to continue increasing his economy. And it looks like Lucky thinking about just going for that pylon, but of course that gets him trapped out in the middle, and these roaches are actually dying very quickly. Zergling's not doing anything around behind the back of this army, and the sentries, for the most part, have just completely survived.
That zealot choke that Squirtle just created probably just won him this game, guys. Sentries are low on energy, but there are way too many units here for Squirtle. 83 supply to 79, and that's going to be falling in the next few minutes quite rapidly for Lucky as Squirtle pushes into this natural expansion.
Yeah, there's really nothing he can do about this anymore. He knows it. There's GG. Squirtle brings it back to a 4-3. He's actually just 2 games away from recapturing this set for StarTale, so Squirtle certainly doing his job.
Oh, he definitely is. Lucky could have taken that match. You know, he's a very strong player and definitely good against Protoss. I think he did get defeated by Creator, so he has been getting knocked out of these team leagues recently by Protoss. Of course, we played against Prime, but looks like FXO is going to be bringing out Choya next, folks, in order to try to deal with Squirtle terrorizing through the ranks.
Or rather, Choya putting himself in, as he loves to do in team league scenarios. So often you'll watch team leagues and Choya, you'll see like Leenox stand up for a second, or Lucky stand up, or Tier, and then Choya will just like slam him down and go put himself in. So the coach inserting himself into the lineup, we'll see if he can do it here in a PvP on Antigua Shipyard. We're going to run to a commercial break, and when we get back, it's time for game number 8.